Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested, ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot and oracle, your daily insight on life and love for December 9th, 2021, also being timeless. So wherever you're pulled to this in time, it could be relevant, irrelevant, funny, insightful, endearing, horrific, an absolute train wreck. Really, the options are endless. So if you found your way through this through either the algorithm or spirit, I'm glad that you're here. What do we need to know? What is the opening message for this? What's at the base of this? I feel like you're starting to see the silver lining. These are good things. These are good things. Seems like you're getting over some form of anxiety, and it's like you are allowing yourself to not only graze back at the past with this. I do feel like you are reflecting at the past. Something about that is giving you hope for a new future and a silver lining. I think that it's you and letting your passions come to the surface and something that you can really start to envision and build on. And it also looks like this is something that is very far out for you. So you are looking out over the land. I feel like you are getting in power, getting in control, from what extends from you. This isn't control over people or situations or anything like that. I think that you're really getting confident in your recovery, but also self-mastery. I feel like you're finding a wonderful balance after a really mentally hard time in your life. Emotionally, that goes along with it. I don't even want to hear it. Not that I don't want to hear it from you, but the two are side by side on this. All right, so you're just as sweet, kind, and endearing as you always have been. I think that you really have gained control over your emotional state. I think that you truly see through people, and that just matter-of-factness with you has been incredibly healing. I feel like you are very controlled, self-assured, and if something gets under your skin, you kind of give yourself a hard time for that. I see that this is going to involve some sort of intimate circle around you that you need to move on and heal from. But I see the feminine energy asserting their self, being very truthful, cutthroat, to the point, very observant about what's in front of her. And then we have this masculine cup energy. Somebody who feels so deeply and so richly, but they're not going to let their emotions rule their decision. It's not a matter of going with the heart on this. It's about not letting the overwhelm be your navigator in this. So, how are you moving on and healing? This is what I want to look at. So what is with the Six of Swords? Because it looks like they are trying to keep their head low. It looks like there's a youth aspect of this. So it seems like part of you is covered and you are very sensitive to emotional areas, whether it's toxic, positive. I think that you're really a sponge and absorbing these energies. So it's incredibly important that you use some discernment with what you allow around you. And then we have this, you have a lot of work that you have got to do on yourself. Nobody is going to give you any sort of guff for this. You have a lot of work that you have to do on yourself, but you have to decide what that work is. It's like you want to be a different person, but I feel like the different person you want to be is the actual you. And it's judgment about what changes do you need to make in your life in order to be this person. We have the King of Swords. It's time to make some very hard choices. And it's not for you to be emotionally connected to the things that could be holding you back from this. I think that you're actually cutting away these very intentional threads in your life. I really enjoy this because you're taking a really hard look at yourself and seeing what no longer works about your life with this. And I see that you are not going to be taken for a ride by any particular sob stories because you feel like it's not genuine. And honestly, I don't know if it's genuine or not, what's trying to play on your emotions, but something seems completely disingenuine with what you are seeing and hearing. in some people around you or some people from the past who continue to leech off of you. There's something disingenuous about it. And I see that you are going to emotionlessly let it go, cut it off. And it's not that you don't care, it's just, it's a really harsh realization of who is what and what purpose they were in your life. Very interesting. So we have 2 flying birds up here. I think that you are finding your freedom. I think that this is also about being very firm about where you are in life. And this is going to be, it's that reality hit, but also the birds that come with it are based off that reality hit. Where can we go from this? What do I need to do that? And that's what I'm seeing with this. So it's very interesting. Yeah. I think that you are starting to get back to feeling again. I feel like you've been emotionally numb for some time, and you do have a lot on your plate, and you do have a lot of changes that are going to kind of whip your head. Like, honestly, this feels like spiritual whiplash. Spirit is giving you a gift in a cup, and I see that you're going to take this leaf off of it, well, onto it, and it feels incredibly grounded. You have got to write these rules of which you are going to live your life for yourself. You are not a traditional or traditional person, I guess. It's just that. And I feel like you sticking to predictable behavior has been comforting for everyone but you. It's always this question of, why aren't I happy? Well, start making the changes. You have to live life on your own terms, by your own rules. This is a time to actually show people who you authentically are. I think that you're afraid of what that'll yield, though. If the past 3 of Cups celebratory energy was something that was even real, yes, it was. But also the 2 of Cups energy behind it, I see that as a very grounded start where a lot of truth is going to be coming out for you. And also I feel like it's the ending of a loss phase of your life. I feel like you experienced so much loss. And I also see that this is you needing nurturing and protection. So you have space held for you. Honestly, stop hanging your head low. Stop letting that head hang. I know that it sucks to be stuck in these emotions, but honestly, eventually you're going to have to pick your head up. I'm not telling you to spiritually bypass your experience. It's just, you can't live in that misery forever. I do see that eventually this is going to be water under the bridge. Not that the experience didn't affect you in a particular way, but I don't think that it's going to be the theme or the protagonist of your life. There's a bridge between this land and the next, and I think that you're going to be doing this walking journey to it. But on the plus, I don't see any mountains that you're going to have to climb. I think it's just a quick and easy trip to whatever that land is over there off in the distance, and going into what seems to be a new promised land that is even more fertile. You're very protective of yourself, and so is Spirit. And Spirit wants you to take this sense of either complacency or passiveness off of you and start actually making the moves in your life. I'm not saying that you're not doing it, but there's a lot of dwelling that is going on about a past situation where it was this slow building energy. I feel like it was a slow building energy. This can involve Earth energy, Sun, Moon, Rise, Venus time frame. All right. So we know that this, it feels like part of your heart was damaged in this. I want to see, what is the shadow work that you need to do in this, or energy you need to invoke. God, you've got to be the change that you want to see. Literally, the change starts with you. You can't go out and overcome 8 billion people by being like a tent over them. This is going to be an intentional seed that is started with you. The change in you is very infectious. I feel like the old world of you, is dead. Now it's like you're stepping into a brave new world. So we have the damsel here. Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. Understanding the nature of healthy romance. You have a lot of mirrors that are around you right now. What are those mirrors telling you? Do you like the reflection that life gives you back, or is this something that you want to change? It's about really seeing yourself. Pay attention to the lives that are around you. We have a father figure that, father, it's masculine. We have toxic masculine authoritative figure around you. We can call it daddy issues if you like, but what this is really talking about is pay very close attention to the energies that are around you, and this makes so much sense. Do you find that you tend to be surrounded by jerks? Kind of sketchy people? People who take advantage? People who hurt people. But if these people are somehow winding up continuously around you, if you keep having the same theme of people around you, that is very telling about just how you are with yourself. Are you with people who are going to hurt you, that are going to betray you? How often do you betray your own nature to be so compliant with other people? Are you constantly being gaslight, cheated, hurt, abandoned? How often are you cheating yourself? How often do you abandon yourself for everyone else? How often do you give yourself out before you take yourself into any sort of consideration? This is a major effect of social change for you, because it's going to have you paying very close attention to who it is that is around you. What do they represent about yourself? What aspect of you? Some of you are surrounded by really amazing people, whether it's distance related or not. Pay attention to what mirrors back to you from life, even health-wise. I really feel like what's going on here is your environment, either that or the mental state or the circle that you're in, had grown so intolerable even, that you are having what seems to be a mental and emotional breakout with it. Something definitely feels like it is snapping. And I'm being pulled to the saints and angels. All right. What is this involving? Love. Matters of the heart. What's this? Higher education. Some of you are running away from people who have ignited a fire in your heart. Some of you are being taught about love right now and what it means. And some of you have found your love. And there's a lot that you need to learn. And there's you stepping into purpose. And I think that it's very scary for you to do this. And part of you wants to do a dead sprint away from it, which I get. Do I see you doing it? Not particularly. Whatever it is, you are realizing what healthy relationships in your life and healthy connection and matters of the heart, what they actually look like. This is a real education for you about self-worth, deserving unconditional love and support. It's really beautiful. So in regard to this being about relationships, you need to know what a good relationship looks like based off of what pain you've had in previous relationships, whether it's romantic or, I don't know, platonic, family, friends, lovers, whatever. So there's a huge contrast that's going on right now. And it looks like something that is very supportive, nurturing, and ambitious is showing you Oh God, this came up with a wonderful client earlier. It's showing you that you were not too much. You weren't asking too many things. It was simply towards the wrong person who never could they ever fulfill your needs, no matter how hard you tried. No matter how hard anybody tried in it. The previous connections were very specific in the lessons that they taught you, and you had to learn a lot of truth about yourself. And actually, I saw something similar on a TikTok video, of all places, wouldn't you know it? You know, you wanted strength, so Spirit, God, whatever you believe in, gave you a lot of challenges to overcome. You wanted to know what love is, so you had to learn what pain was. You had to learn how to be unconditionally loving. So Source, Spirit, God gave you a lot of broken people in your life that you were to love or help in some fashion. If you want something, what you have your heart set on, life doesn't necessarily just give to you. For instance, patience never was a virtue growing up. Never was a virtue in my teen years, so on and so forth. You want more patience, you want more virtue, Spirit, Source, God is going to give you the exact opposite and break you of that shell so that you can learn the true definition of it. So everything that you have called out for that you didn't get, and in fact you got the opposite of it, Source and Spirit is going, well, I had to break you of your expectations, and you had to know what absolute garbage and crap and pain was in order to truly appreciate the gift it is that I am giving you. So where's my welcome? And you're just looking at Spirit like, I hate you so much. I feel like it's really brave and you do want to run away, but I also see that you learning about true matters of the heart and what it is that you really want, you actually learned exactly what you don't want. So to be brave and to go into this connection is kind of an understatement. It is more than brave that you did it, because despite all the circumstances of which you endured, it didn't break you beyond the point of return. You still have a kind heart. You still have this light inside of you. And I see that this is illuminating right now. You may be in a lull in whatever this connection is. The retreat is for you to pick up momentum again, to replenish your energies, to have some introspection time, which I do feel you have a lot of. And I also feel like this is going to have you coming out charging. I'm being pulled to the daily messages from the angels. You don't need to do a dead sprint on this. Stop trying so hard to control everything and all the doors will open for you. There's a very special date that this is surrounding. And I think that you're going into not only a new career, just kind of a new life. Some of you might actually be moving. Some of you might be in entirely new scenarios. I want you to be very direct with Source and Spirit. Don't leave anything into question. Be very direct. Now is a major manifesting time for you. And I see that this is going to involve some opportunities that could be very financially, emotionally, mentally beneficial for you. You have to work on getting your emotional energies up. Emotional healing is going to happen. And I see that this is part of why you want to run away, because you are going to see a very raw form of yourself and it feels juvenile. So some younger aspect of you, because it's always younger, isn't it? But it's the wound that of which you protect yourself with. So let's get some final cards for this, Spirit. I see you not getting away from it. I see you making a choice, cutting to the heart of the matter, and I see you going after it. And that's going to be very healing for you. Yes, it's going to hurt to let the past go, but I see that you are confident in the decision that you're making and that you will defend your decision. Lots of healing happening in your active choice. So, I want to see this. Final card, Spirit. Yeah, you're going to rise above this. This is beautiful. You're putting your crown on. You're cutting through all the BS. You're learning how to not be so rigid. I see that you're not making any promises right now, but I think that's because you are still working on your confidence. You want to be all in, but the fact that you're tiptoeing through this, it just means the world. So yes, you've been wounded, but there's no more choice that you have to make in this. You've already made it. You're moving past whatever this identity crisis is that you have. You're going to get rid of a lot from your former life going into this new one. And I see that it is probably going to involve a big move on your part. Very daring. All right, you. Hold on. What's this? What's this? Congrats. Congrats. Go look up the Four of Wands. If you know, you know. You are moving. You are going to be celebrating. This is a union of sorts. Everybody's showing up for this. You've crossed the bridge. You have everybody behind you celebrating for you. The Empire is coming into play. There's growth here. It's divine. And it's something that is very secure and passionate and strong. It's truth and it's drive. And I think that you have found something just as truthful and driven as you. Love is love is love, and it transcends physical death. Congratulations. If you have questions about booking your own private session, reach out in the provided email address or DM me on the social platforms. If you have questions about services, go ahead and ask. See what might be right for you. Ask about pricing, availability, time zones. We'll get something started. I really look forward to hearing from you, and I hope that this finds you well. If you find your way across this, chances are you need a mini message. So listen with an open heart and an open mind. What brings you here? All right. Hard Leo energy, strength, strenuous time, tower moments. We need to talk about this. Listen, it's going to be a very intense time. Nobody can deny that. Nobody can deny all the stressors, this weight on your chest. You seem to be pretty strung out. You want to just drop it. And that's exactly what you need to do. It's time for you to make a really tough decision. And it seems shed the painful past. It's not about letting it go, acting like it didn't happen. Spirit is putting a lot of things in your way that are not obstacles. The point is to surrender to this new identity. I think it came out of nowhere. It made your life incredibly chaotic. And you keep focusing on the 3 cups that are knocked over. What seemed to be such an amazing and celebratory time of your life. All of that, whatever it was, if it was involving a person or whatever the life situation was, it feels like it's over. And that's heart-wrenching because it was so promising. The thing is, you have the 2 of Cups that are behind you and you're not open to it. 2 of Cups is emotional fulfillment. You're in the mourning stages. The M-O-U-R-N-I-N-G, stages. It's not about actually a time. Okay. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. So anyway, I really want you to surrender to this overwhelming emotional feeling that you are having. It is part of the Tower moment. You are going to be pushed to such an emotional brink that I feel like there is a certain snap that is going to be going on with you, whether it's snapping into place, snapping out, whatever the case is. you're breaking away from something, and it involves the process of surrender to what this Two of Cups energy is. So I want to pull a card for that. What is it? It's not anything that you could have wished for. I don't think that you could have seen this coming. It's what's going to reveal the truth about the Three Cups that are knocked over. This is a two-parter, isn't it? I think that you were done with relationships. You might actually be in the midst of rejecting whatever a connection is in your life. I feel like you embody divine feminine energy mostly right now. You might be going in the swing of that right now. So what I see is you're being very protective of your heart, and God knows why, so I'm not giving you any guff. But your heart is being broken open. Something is actually activating this rebirth for you. It feels beautiful. It feels creative. What is this? This keeps showing up. It's time for you to move out of a situation in your life that no longer fits. I think that you're afraid to be happy again. I know that you're afraid to be happy again. How could you not? The painful thing that you know is part of your past that you are letting go of, it hurt you, it traumatized you. So now you need some quiet time to think for yourself, and we have this energy going on right here. And what I love about this is you're not going to walk away from this Empress energy. You know that there are things that you have to let go of, and you are making the active choice to do so. But you're still looking at that Three of Cups that is no longer present and that you're closed off to. Defending. It really feels like healing has got to happen, and you can't fully accept this cup that life is trying to give you. And I think that you are trying to defend yourself from the very cup that Spirit's trying to give you. It's like, listen, shut up, take the cup, and you're kind of batting it away. The thing is, you also have so much wand energy around this. And yeah, that sometimes can be symbolic for phallic. That might actually be the case here. Something is jogging what seems to be your passionate side. I think that you are passionately driven to the very thing that you are rejecting. And it seems like this is a connection that goes through lifetimes. I feel like you guys have had many lives together, and now it's not even just about surviving. I see that this passion reigniting is thriving. I know that you see the cup out of the corner of your eye. You can't dwell on the past karmic situations. I know that this came out of nowhere, but Spirit's kind of urging you to take the cup. I hope that this made sense. You'll be happy. Hey there. If you found your way across this, chances are you need a mini message. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. What do you need to know? Let's see. It's time for things to be quiet and to be still. Life is not some glass portrait. It's not as fragile. So we have 4 and we have 8. And we have another 4. I think that it's really hard for you to let go of this aspect of your life. What is this? Yeah, you are ready to move on, and I think that it's going to be happening rather fast. There's a lot of things that you need to figure out, juggle, keep your head above water, try to really maintain your balance with this. But you're having a really hard time because you keep going back to the very thing that you know that you are ready to move on from. It's a very karmic situation that you're ready to move on from. The thing is, I feel like you dance back and forth between it because you have so much on your plate that you have to juggle. So it's you wanting to go back to what seems to be a simpler time. You know that these changes are going to be happening rather fast in your life. You don't think that you can fulfill them. You're having what seems to be, I wouldn't say imposter syndrome, but a lot of self-doubt on what the quality of person that you are, if you can handle it all. God never gives us more than what we can handle. Again, whatever you believe, Allah, spirit, source, it doesn't, just go with what you believe. But yeah, they don't give you more than what you can handle, but you wish that they didn't trust you or believe in you so much because, wow, everything that you're taking on is backbreaking. So it looks like you're dancing between closed off and trying to juggle a million things. Everything is happening very fast and it's very necessary. I know that you're not fully prepared to let go of this 3 of Cups energy, but the 2 of Cups is behind it. So, final card for this, Spirit. It looks like you are looking at the past and letting it go, realizing that party is over. So what does the future go for with you? You need to really work on your boundaries. That's what's going to be the kicker. You have to work on yourself. And then we have Queen, which is going to protect you. If you found your way across this, chances are you need a mini message. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. We're working with archetypes. Let's see what the shadow work, or this just flipped over, or the shadow work or the invoked energy is. You're a seeker, heroine, hero. Passion for a journey of personal empowerment. The companion is loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. And then we have the beggar, confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. And then we have scribe, which is altering facts and plagiarizing other people's work. That's shadow work. The seeker is thirst for wisdom and knowledge wherever they are. You're on a journey of self-discovery, which, fun, right? I think that you're about to uncover every falsehood that you've been told about your life, comparison to other people's, where you should be, what you should want, what you should do, every aspect of your survival from the past and what enticed you about those times is coming up. So I feel like it's no longer resonating with what you used to want with what you want now. That's something that has very much changed, and I do feel like you are not doing this alone. You have the companion card, so you want to know what? Spirit might be your co-pilot. Maybe it's the person next to you. But you are seeking out a lot of answers to life that I don't think that have been brought into question until recently. And I do feel like this journey was ignited by what? I think it's extenuating circumstances of survival. You have depleted your energy. And the shadow work is finding out what's real and what's not. So the scribe in reverse, I think that you're going to find out a lot of what you understood in the past to be seen as deception of sorts, even from those who you have cared about, which I know that that can be scary. Who can I trust? And I know that it's really hard to even learn to trust ourselves with all the upsets that have happened in life. But I feel like this might be, it feels kind of like an internalized journey for you. Yes, there will be people alongside of you. No, I don't think that you are going to be doing this solo. But the wisdom and the awakenings and the ascension symptoms, those are going to be very secluded for you. You will have mentors and people who can help around you and help you through this. But honestly, you're on a very important self-discovery journey. So who's going to come in to, be kind of like, not the guide, but the person who's monitoring this with you? I do feel like there is support. And this is going to be for something much bigger than what you realize at this point in time. This doesn't happen just to happen. It happens for a great purpose, which you're about to step into. What are you going towards? What's meeting up with you in life? If you found your way across this, seems like very protective energy, very loud energy. The pyramids in back. I see that there is a very charming feminine energy who's very protective, who I see that is bringing about a huge change with you. It seems to be something that you're combative against, that you feel very on guard with, but why? Because you've already dealt with enough. You already have too much on your plate. You're breaking. It's always one thing after another. So for something to come in as easily as this charming feminine energy who wants nothing more than happiness, look at that sunflower. The sunflower always points to the sun, baby. So this is somebody who has very pure intentions and who has a sunny disposition and who tends to wear their heart on their sleeve. You're very defensive with it because what is this? What is the hidden motive of this? All right. I do feel like you're the one who's carrying the masculine energy in this instance, and this feminine energy is kind of watching you, kind of getting a giggle, but not laughing at your expense, but just like you don't need to fight. So what's up ahead? Seriousness. You are going to face a lot of your serious shadow work. And oh my God, we got the Sun card. This is a purification process for you where you are going to find new levels of security and what pure intention and innocence looks like. Warmth, something that is very powerful and that is divinely protected. So you have a ton of choices that you have to make. I want you to step back because this is the flow that you are blocking towards you. Look at that moon. You're blocking the flow. Something is trying to make its way towards you. And you know that you are going to be happy, which is fine, but you actually have to make the decision to stop blocking the flow. You need to cut to the heart of the matter, what's really the reason why you do it. And again, 10 of Wands. I see that you will surrender. You're not going to do anything foolhardily, but you are completely able to make this happen. It's going to take discipline on your part. So what's coming in? Feminine energy, and then you feeling almost stuck, but you have to look at this a new way. Nothing is trying to keep you stuck. Oh, the Ace of Cups. I feel like this has already begun. It's not necessarily coming out of nowhere now, is it? The ball's rolling. Get to it. You want to know how uncool and unmodern I am? I haven't used these, and what people would say is a minute. I haven't used these in a minute. I'm like, that's really not a long time, but people mean it in such a long time. I'm just like, when did I become so irrelevant? So I haven't used these bad boys in an awfully long time. Don't even remember last time I used them. Could have been months ago, for God's sakes. I'm not about to investigate, though. Let's see. Express your creativity. All right. What else? Move your body. Connecting with music. And I want one more. I feel like it's... Oh, okay. 2 more. What you want? Great. 1 more. What are you going to get? 2 more. All right. So, fine. You're at a new beginning, and you have to get in tune with it. You actually have to get movement going. And this does not have to be some back-breaking challenge, but you do have to get motivated. You do have to get your energy up. What is it going to take? There's a lot that needs to be said with you. There's a lot that you've been holding back on. That is like an anchor for your spirit, for your body even. So, all right, I want clarification on this. Move your body. How the heck are you going to get motivated? How are you going to get motivated? What do you want? What do you want? A cheerleader? I haven't cheerleaded since high school, for God's sakes. Organic foods. You need to start treating your body better. Be very discerning. Yeah, you're going to need help with it. Let thy food be thy medicine. I think that this is going to start its way in, and what you are taking care of your body with and what you are feeding yourself with, and going to flow out. So then we have improving health. All right. Stay positive. This is going to be something that shows up with slow results physically. I'm not telling you that you need to lose weight, gain weight, change anything about your body. This is purely on an energetic front. You need to get moving and start getting your health back up. There's something that is going on with your body right now that is getting very sluggish or completely worn out. Maybe you tend to burn yourself out, but it looks like Spirit is saying it's time for a change, and this has to start from the inside and work out. You got to change your vibration, you got to change your surroundings, and there's something that is going to be locked during this purification process with you that is going to give you an immense sense of peace. There is something that you do need to let go of that has been weighing you down, that you will be addressing, that is going to catalyst you into what this new beginning is. But again, it's what you are putting, not just food into your body, but through all the senses. Pay very close attention to that. What do you tend to find yourself gravitating towards that is going to slow you down?